You get claimed by these guys, and then you're going to be kicking in Brazil in a couple days.
Yeah, it's it's a dream come true. My wife grew up here in Wisconsin. They're all Packers fans, so it's really really surreal. Feels good.
Where in Wisconsin?
Prescott, Wisconsin, on the west side. Yeah.
What was their reaction when they found out you were coming here?
They're super excited. Yeah, they're definitely. They're all still asking a bunch of questions, and they're all trying to familiarize themselves with the process. But so am I. So it's just all super new.
You had a passport ready to go before you came here?
I did, yeah. The first time I've been out of the country was in July. I got married in Mexico, so good timing on that part.
Hey, Brayden, pardon my ignorance, but is there a story behind the number 44?
There's a little bit, but no. So when I played at the University of San Diego, my head coach was Dale Lindsey at the University of San Diego, and he actually played at Western Kentucky. And so when I got to Western Kentucky, they gave me number 44 randomly, which was my head coach's number at Western Kentucky before me. And so when I didn't choose 44 when I got here, they gave it to me, and I'm just going to roll with it.
What goes into getting acclimated coming to Green Bay before the Week 1 game?
Just holds and snaps with these two guys. There's a lot to learn and go quick with, but at the same time, it's still the same stuff. You're still trusting the operation. They've been doing this for a long time. Nothing really changes on my end except just little tidbits. But yeah, just getting comfortable with the team, getting comfortable in the atmosphere, and having fun with it.
Brayden, coming out after the draft, how many teams tried to sign you, would you say?
One, really, just Titans. Yeah.
So these guys didn't call?
Not to my knowledge. They might have called my agent, but the only person that called me directly was the Titans. So
it wasn't, you and your agent didn't sit down and say there's 7 teams and this is the best one?
No, I went to the local day with the Titans, and everything worked out well there. Had a good relationship with Colt and Coach Callahan from that. And so, when they called me directly. They didn't even go through my agent. And so I felt it was good. My agent felt it was good. We were getting a good opportunity to go in. Maybe not necessarily go win a job, but they were, forward, and they were going to give me preseason tape and give me the ability to go, prove myself that I belong in this league.
Obviously, what did you think of what you did put together, though, with that preseason, whether it's the game winner, the 59-yarder, and just being able to have the type of film that you did end up getting out of that time?
Yeah, it's the same kick every day. I mean, everybody says that, but at the end of the day, I had prepared enough and learned enough from Nick. Morgan's a great snapper. Ty Zentner was a great holder. I was fortunate enough to have both of them. At the end of the day, I was just going out there trying to do my job to the best of my ability, and I knew I was prepared to do it. And so when I got out there, I just tried to execute what I was supposed to do.
You used the word opportunity a second ago. How would you describe this opportunity for you here? Sit at this locker, what lies ahead for you?
It's a dream. It's a dream. I'm going to take it one day at a time. I'm going to do everything in my power to get 1% better day after day after day. And at the end of the day, I'm going to go out there and try to make kicks, and that's my job. That's what I get paid to do, and so that's what I'm going to do.
Does it come with pressure?
Yeah, everything does. And if somebody tells you they're not nervous, there's no pressure. They're lying to you, or they don't care, in my opinion. I think there's always pressure. Pressure is a privilege, in my opinion. Pressure means that you've done the right things at the right time to show everybody how hard you've worked. That's how I feel about it.
What do you expect the nerves to be like?
Normal. I mean, you're going to have nerves, and just you got to understand that your preparation has taken you to the spot where, the nerves are going to happen, and you just have to deal with them and go out there and execute to the best of your ability.
Speaking of nerves, what was like that first practice here?
It was great. It was it was a warm welcome into Lambeau, a nice windy day. But was fortunate enough to go 5 of 5, back to 58 yards, and was put in really, really tough spots that I think are going to really help me this week in Brazil.
What do you mean? What do you mean by tough spots?
A lot of the first kicks that we had were into the wind, 48 into the wind, 56 into the wind. Tough kicks to make that I expect to make fully, but at the same time, coming into a new spot, not getting any really reps with the holder and snapper pre and going into a scrimmage-like setting in Lambeau Field, I think it's just going to prepare me down the line.
What was your first reaction when the Packers kind of made that call and now you're already here?
I was excited, I was smiling like I always do, but I was very grateful, and I'm very blessed to have the people in my life that were able to guide me to where I am now, and I'm going to continue to lean on them from here on out. And at the end of the day, I'm excited. We go to Brazil in 3 days, so it's pretty cool.
You guys know the expectations for this group.
And with your positions, obviously you mentioned there's a lot of pressure with it, but knowing that, does that get you more excited knowing what this team's ceiling is?
Absolutely. I mean, they asked me when I went to NC State, I was following up a Lou Groza winner, and they were like, there's a lot of pressure coming with that. Like, is that something that you think about? And I'm like, no, I'm going to go out and execute to the best of my ability. I know I belong. I know I'm here for a reason. The team believes in me, coach believes in me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go out, prepare every single day like it's a game, and then when game day comes, I'm going to execute.
Brayden, you said it's a dream, and that's great. When you get cut by the Texans, you kind of expect it, right? Because you think they're going to potentially keep Folk. Can you take us from there to where you are now? Because the whirlwind at first must be crazy, but then you got to get your act together and go make some kicks. So
right.
what has that kind of process all been like to go through?
Yeah, I was fully anticipating re-signing with the Titans on the practice squad. That was kind of, even from the forefront, like when they were, recruiting me, if you will, during the draft, that was kind of the guiding idea of that was probably what was going to happen. But at the same time, like I said, I prepared, I got opportunities in the games, I executed in the games, and that gave me the chance to come here. I'm ecstatic. I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to continue to get better because I don't want to stop here. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I've arrived. At any point in time, it can be taken from you just like that. So that's kind of my thought process. Every day I'm going to go out there, do everything in my power to get better because ultimately I want to be the best of all time. That's my goal for myself. I want to help the team win, and whatever comes with that.
So your agent tells you the Packers claimed you, and then your wife is the first person to tell?
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
And what, does she cry? What is her reaction being a Wisconsin native and everything else?
It was funny. We, during the draft process, we talked about, because I interviewed with Byron during the draft process, and we were talking about how funny it would be if I ended up playing for the Packers one day, and she was like, oh my God, I don't know what I would do, all this, and it was just a bunch of excitement. And then when I called and told her that I got claimed by the Packers, she was like, you've got to be kidding me. She hung the phone up and called her parents immediately, so she was probably more excited than I was, but obviously very thankful for me as well.
Was she like, I can finally pull my Packers here out of my drawers then?
Oh yeah, she's like, I'm going to be the coolest person in my hometown. I'm like, all right, I'm happy for you.
The circumstances when you kicked 59 and 58 yarders in the preseason, were you talking to special teams coaches that you're getting closer, and did he just do it, or were you pressuring him? Or?
We kind of looked at each other. The first 59-yarder against the Seahawks, we looked at each other. He's like, what do you think? He's like, I told Coach 58, but it's 59. And I was like, let's do it. And so, he advocated for me to coach, sent me out there, and I made it. Saints. Went out there, same ordeal. Made the first one, they called a timeout as I kicked it, and then obviously, just hit the second one a little bit short. But at the end of the day, I believe in myself. Regardless of a missed kick, made kick, I'm going to go out there, and the next kick, I think I'm going to make it. I know I'm going to make it, and that's my mindset. And so every time I step on the field, it's the same mindset. You're going to go out there, you're going to make the kick, and whatever happens, happens. You wash it, clear it, and then keep going.
That's probably good from 64, right?
I'll let you guys speculate on that. I've got no idea.
Well, how far can you kick one? Snap holders, if there's a block team out there, how far do you think you can make one?
I can make it longer than 59.
What was the circle? Because you had a 58-yarder in high school.
Did, correct.
How did that play out, or what was kind of going on there?
So high school, one, I had a head coach that really believed in me, and two, in high school, in Arizona, if you clear the goal line, it's a touchback, even if you hit a field goal. So there was really no penalty. He's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, let's kick the field goal, and made it. So, and then that, but stuff like that in high school, and when people start believing in you like that, when I hit a 57-yarder against Duke in college, all those things translate, and all those things continue to make you better day in and day out. So I'm very thankful that I've had coaches that have believed in me for long distances. So.
You said the plan was that you were re-signing with the Titans. Did you think somebody might claim you, though? Was that kind of in the back of your head because of how you did in the preseason?
Yeah, it was. Because people in the organization that I was at said that it was potentially going to happen. Credit to Ran and Coach Callahan and Colt of the Titans. They've been very, very good to me. They were obviously they gave me the first opportunity that I've gotten to be in the National Football League, and they told me, they're like, look, you deserve to go play somewhere. we would love to have you back here, but you deserve what you're going to get. So
You said you went 5 for 5 on the first day. Have you missed one yet?
I missed one today. Yeah.
How far was that one?
51. Made for 53 though.
That's good.
How many did you kick today?
I want to say 6 in team, and then we kicked a bunch on the side where we were scripting it all. So.
Do you have to take a break this week, at some point?
Yes, I've kicked a lot. Yeah, so I'm definitely, I'm probably not going to kick tomorrow, and use Tuesday to be another day to prepare for Brazil. And at the end of the day, we're going to go down there, try to do our job, and I'm excited. Yeah, it's going to be a good time.